Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing another video on moving parts. This is going to be the first of a 3 or 4 part series. I've got over 50 or 60 of these vehicles and I want to get through them and open them up just because I'm running out of space and these are difficult to store. And as you know, I love to open all my vehicles, and there's nothing better than to start with this batch. So let's just go ahead and do it. I'm not going to spend too much time on the cars. I do have a few I can compare them to. I'm going to do that, and let's just get going here and see what we have. So let's start off with the 2016 BMW i8. This is the 4th version of this car. We've already seen the first 2 in the previous video I did. There, right there. There's an orange version of this moving parts car in the Matchbox Collectors line from, I can't remember if it's 2019 or 2020, that I don't have. I'd love to add that to my collection as well. Not going to spend too much time on this car because we've already seen it. It's just a different color, so let's just open it up and have a look at it. So there it is, open guys. Once again, it's plastic doors, and as you can see, the color of the doors are very different from the actual vehicle color of the vehicle, but once again, it's fully detailed. I mean, don't want to keep harping on about these plastic parts on metal cars. It's a nice little car. Once again, it doesn't fit very well. You can see the big gaps between the metal and the plastic. Sorry, it's not focusing in for some reason. There we go. Not as bad on that side, but still. Let's just look at it front on. Yeah, it's very nice, isn't it? Interior, you can sort of see what's inside. That's a very nice vehicle. And there they are, guys. Those are the 3 versions of this particular vehicle that I have. This one is a premium vehicle with rubber wheels. We already looked at it in my previous vehicle. Oh, sorry, my previous video. Like I said before, I don't have the orange version, but those are the 3 that I do have. And let's just keep moving along here. So next we have a 1965 Volkswagen Type 3 Fastback. It's obviously a much older moving part. You can see it says moving parts there. MBX road trips. I got this one at a local trade show in Vancouver or Surrey, I think it was. And this one's quite old. When is it from? It's from 2019, so not that old. Just these cards seem ancient compared to what we have today. But nevertheless, a very, very nice card. I'm just going to open it up. Nothing to compare it to, unfortunately. That really is a fantastic vehicle. And doors open and they look like they're metal. Hard to tell, actually. The metal and plastic are so similar, but I feel like this one's metal just because there's absolutely no difference in the color. Yeah, that does look like metal. Once again, they don't close as well. It's really hard to tell if that's plastic or metal, to be honest with you. It sounds like plastic when I close it. Yeah, it's a plastic piece. Anyway, there's the vehicle. Fully detailed front, emblem. '65 Volkswagen Type 3 Fastback. Wow, look at that. Fantastic detailing. Very, very well designed vehicle, I have to say. I'm pretty sure this comes in white in the premium line, and I feel like it also comes in purple. Not an expert on this car by any means, but that's just from my gut, from what I remember. Very nice. Next, we're going to look at this 1956 Morris Minor. This is the first version of it. We looked at the grey version of it yesterday. Once again, I think this comes with left-hand, right-hand drive steering wheels. Be pretty quick about it because you've already seen the car. It's just a different coloration of it. So there it is, guys, open. So it's a convertible. I love this color too. This is a fantastic color on this vehicle. Sadly, the bonnet doesn't stay open, but the hood. But you can see it's fully detailed. It's really, really well done. Very well designed vehicle. And this one, unlike the gray one I opened the other day, the paint job is fantastic. Very well done. And the gap isn't too bad between the moving part and the rest of the car. That is very, very nice. And then just to put the two together so we can see. You have two vehicles. You can see the gray one, the paint job isn't that great. You can kind of see that on video. And there it is. I actually really like this vehicle. I hope they make more versions of it. It's really cute. All right, next one of my favorite castings here, the 1962 Mercedes-Benz 220 SE. Very, very well designed vehicle. The real one as well as the die-cast model. Looks like this might be something I want on Whatnot as a giveaway. So I do have 3 of them for some reason. I usually buy 2 if I really like the vehicle, but this one I have 3, so I'm pretty sure this one I won as a giveaway on Whatnot. So anyways, I'm not going to spend any more time. I'm just going to open it up, so give me a second. So there it is, guys, open. Beautiful casting. It's come in the premium line as well. It's come in the main line, I think. That is really, really nice. Look at that. There she is. Very, very nice. Just keeping with the Mercedes theme. Next, we're going to look at this Mercedes-Benz G500 Cabrio. So there it is, guys. The 2014 Mercedes-Benz G-Class Cabrio. Very good design. Look at that. Doesn't really close. It's a big issue for me. And the reason I have high standards is because when I was a kid, the parts closed perfectly in the 80s and early to mid 80s. Everything was metal and they shut perfectly. Look at that gap. For me, this is not the best casting. Spare tire at the back. It's fully detailed. G500 at the back there, Mercedes logo, decent set of tires. Not bad, but not one of my favorites. This, on the other hand, I do like. The 1980 Mercedes-Benz 450 SEL. I used to have a similar version in full metal as a kid with also opening doors. It was also blue. They also made it into a police car later on. I'm just going to see if I can find it. Just give me a second here. So there it is, guys. It's opened. Just going to have a quick look at it. Moving part is the door. It's actually not a bad fit on this particular vehicle. This is a very, very old casting that they've just redone. Look at that. That just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Good set of tires. And I couldn't find my blue version from when I was a kid, but I did find this police car that I purchased years ago, which is also quite old. I'm guessing it's from the 80s. Police-y It's probably a German issue vehicle. It's got the tow hook. So it's a new casting in that it's got a tow hook versus no tow hook, but exactly the same car. But this one's full metal. You can hear it. This one's obviously play worn. It's a hard one to find. Made in England. Good old days of Matchbox. That is very, very nice. Very happy to add that to my collection. And as we move along, what are we going to look at next? Another vehicle that goes back to my childhood, or even before my childhood, the 72 Volkswagen Beetle Roadster. I have this in green. I have several versions of it. It also came as a RLC. The Mattel Creations recreated a version in green, which unfortunately I forgot about and was too late to get. I do see it selling on eBay now, so I might get one at some point. But this is another fantastic casting. The 72 Volkswagen Beetle Dragster. From 2022. I'm going to open that up and then I'm going to show you the versions I have in my collection already. So there it is, guys, open. That is a fantastic vehicle. Really, really brings back memories from my childhood. Look at that. It's got that plastic piece that bends and you can close it up. We've seen that both in the Hot Wheels line and in the Matchbox line. They've used this design for years. I think almost 50 years. Over 50 years, actually. Very, very nice. Well-designed vehicle. Unfortunately, the back's not detailed, but this has to be my favorite one so far. So that plastic piece goes down, and then the car closes up. And I'm going to show you guys what I have in my collection. These cars probably go back about 50 years. I'm just going to go into my room and show you my display case. So you see the full VW at the back. Those are from my childhood. I think all four of these are different variations. It could be colors, it could be tires that are different. But anyways, I just want to show you guys those. Those are probably 50 plus years now and are fantastic. And they're in fantastic condition as well. Look at that. So moving right along here, gonna open this Porsche. It's quite old. You can see from the packaging it's an older design. They also reissued this in one of the moving parts boxes quite recently that I've got on, what was it on? It was on Amazon for about $25. There's the vehicle. It's from 2019. I'm actually going to just pull that out and see if there's any differences. I'm going to see if I can find it. So give me a second there. So I did find the version that I got from Amazon in I think it was a 5 or 6 car moving part series, and they look identical at first glance. Certainly the front looks very similar. The tires are the same. Interior looks like it's the same as well, and the back, oh, the back's different. Look at that. One has a black stripe, one has no stripe. So let's open it up. I think that's a big enough variance where I can add it to my collection legitimately. So guys, the other cars side by side, and as you can see, they are also a different tint of red. The fronts do look identical. Let's just look at the sides on camera. Yeah, the side definitely looks identical. And then the variant is in the back. Look at that. One has a black stripe next to the lights and the other doesn't. They both say Porsche. Look at that. Never would have guessed, but there we are. Variation. Wonder if anyone else noticed that. All right, let's just keep moving along here. Okay, let's look at this Porsche here. So this is a 2020 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. In my previous moving parts video, I claimed that this was the first version of it, which I was incorrect. This is the second version. We saw this in that previous video, and this actually is the first version of it. They're both from 2022. See the licensing there. Beautiful, look at that. Love this casting. Just gonna open it up and let's just compare it to the gray one we just looked at. So there it is, guys. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because we have already seen the gray one in my last video. Look at that, beautiful tires. Door that opens on both sides and actually fits quite well. No difference in paint color, which is fantastic. Porsche sign, detailed front. Yeah, just a beautiful vehicle. Beautiful. Moving right along. I thought I had different versions of this. I thought I had it in blue and red, but I can't find them. So maybe this is the only version I have it. The 2020 BMW M4 Cabrio in red. Convertible, which is nice. Alright, just going to open that up real quick and have a look at that vehicle. Nothing to compare it to, unfortunately. So there it is, guys. Nice moving part. Decent set of tires. These are sort of the regular tires that come in most vehicles. Slightly different tint from the silver we usually see. Such a very well designed vehicle. It's really, really nice. Next, we're going to look at another Porsche, the Porsche 550 Spider. I've got this in blue as well, which I will compare it to, but I'm just going to open it up real quick and we can have a look at it. So there it is, guys. The engine is in the trunk, what is typically considered the trunk, I guess. The back of the vehicle, detailed engine. Very, very nice car, look at that. Detailed top, look at that detailing on that. Just fantastic. The air vents. And then the other version of it that I have is in blue. I have two different versions of it. So this is in blue and red. Also a moving part, same moving part, the engine. Detailed back and top. So this particular vehicle (1955 Porsche 550 Spider). I actually got that out of this moving parts box, which I bought on Amazon for like $18 or something, or $15. I can't remember exactly how much, but it wasn't much. And there's the vehicle. Taking most of them out, so they're not in there, but I did pull out BMW as well. I knew I had another version of that BMW. I'm just going to have a look at that as well, since we just looked at the Cabrio. I did think that I had a second version of this, and I do. It's sort of a, it's definitely a purple on white, and I know it came in white as well. It's been out in several different colors. These are the only two versions, unfortunately, that I have. I wish I had more of them. I think this is a fantastic casting. I think the wheels on this purple one are even nicer than the red one. Just amazing. And then, sorry, just to go back to this Porsche 550 Spider, we saw the two versions of it, and then this is the third version. This is from the Matchbox Collectors line. This particular series didn't come to Vancouver, so it's very hard to find. I managed to pick it up for $3 US on Whatnot, which was fantastic. For those of you that do know what Whatnot is, it's an app, it's an auction app for die-cast vehicles. If you're not on there and you don't want to spend any money or go bankrupt, I would suggest you don't go on there. I spend a ton of money on there because I do find a lot of stuff that I can't find in Vancouver that I add to my collection. So none of these vehicles came to Vancouver, unfortunately. I have got, I think, 2 of them. I have that Mercedes, 2015 Mercedes-Benz G550 wagon and the Spider. The rest of them I am still missing and hoping to add to my collection. Anyways, just thought I'd throw that in there just because it's the same car. I'm not going to open this one today, but I'm also going to open all my Matchbox collectors for you guys to see because once again, these things just take up way too much space in their packaging, and I quite like to open them and touch them and roll them and see what they're all about. All right, so moving along, I've got 2 cars left for this particular video. We have the Pagani Huayra Roadster in red, and also, just look at them both here, also in what I'm going to call a black or a very, very, very dark gray, almost black. So I'm going to open both these up and we will do a side-by-side look at them, and that will be it for this video. So there we have it, guys. Pagani Huayra. Not entirely sure if that's the way you enunciate that. Detailed engine. I think the first release of this is a difficult one to close. It kind of opens up and then there you go. It's got to click back in. I'm not sure which came first, but this also comes as a Matchbox Collectors in white, and I do have it somewhere. Unfortunately, I didn't pull it out. But so this is the second and third versions of this particular vehicle that I own. Detailed engine again. I'm gonna click it in, which is interesting. Sorry guys, not really wanting to focus in there, but so let's just look at it like that. Really nice. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. This is about 1/3 of my moving parts. There's still those and those that I'm going to review at some point. So keep tuned for those, guys. The videos will come up in the next week or 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And once again, just a quick review of some of the cars we looked at. Don't forget these 2 Porsches with the very slight variance, but I would say that's a significant variance, even though it's in the back of the card. And don't forget to collect these, guys. These are just fantastic vehicles. Some of these cars bring me back to my childhood, and I hope it brings you back to yours. Have a fantastic week, guys, and keep an eye out for new videos.